Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today I thought we would revisit some of the older dies in the Card Making Magic collection. So I'm going to use the original 6x6 box set. I'm going to use the shell trellis because it matches with the nesting circles. I'm going to put a happy birthday greeting on it, and I'm going to put the happy birthday sentiment on the inside of the card. Now let's start with some die cutting. I'm not going to make a box for this card, but I am going to use the card element, and I want a 10-fold card. So I've folded my A2 card in half. I've placed the non-cutting edge over the fold, and the other three sides will cut for me to give me a card that will stand with the fold at the top. Now from the other dies I have cut a stitched mat and I have cut a scalloped mat, and they're going to sit on the inside of my card. Now with the trellis die I've taken the outer piece and I have cut two. One will sit as a base, but with the other one I have used this patterned piece and I've added that to the white layer, and that's going to create the trellis that will also sit on the front of my card. Now with the circles dies I've taken the largest one and the fancy one and the one that leaves the stitch, and I have created this frame. And then I've removed this patterned piece and I've cut it again, and that will just give me a solid piece that's going to sit under this one. Now using this stitch die on its own I have cut a circle, and from the stamp set I've stamped a verse, and that is also going to go on the inside of my card. Now staying with the same die I've taken the scalloped piece and I've placed it into the middle, and from that I have die cut this shape, and that will give me a piece that's scalloped around the edge that is removable from that circle. I've also taken this one and I have cut another pattern with that. So now we're going to replace this die with the outer circle to the fancy patterned piece, and we're going to leave that in the middle. We're going to put that there, and we'll take this fancy edge and place that in the centre, and that will cut for me this piece that I can also add to this circle, and that's ready to go on my cards. Now you can always run the videotape back to retrace those steps to create these different elements, and you can play those over and over as much as you need to get the exact patterns I have got. Now the happy birthday die comes in two pieces. I'm not using the solid piece, but I've taken the sentiment and I have cut that 4 times. And what I'm doing with this is stacking them up so that they give me a really deep sentiment, and you'll need to make sure that they all line up so that the word can be read. So now I'm going to take all these filigree pieces and I'm going to pop these on one side because I want to add some colour to the plain white backgrounds. This is the base card, which will also stay white, but I'm taking the stitched mat and I'm going to add some colour to that one. Now I have used this colour scheme before and I think it's really nice. So this is Blueprint Sketch, Wilted Violet and Broken China, and I've got my brushes to match. Now while I do this process I'm going to speed things up just a little bit and play some music, but you can colour yours any way you want. You just need to get some colour onto this white background. You can, if you wish, use coloured card, but I'm going to do mine this way. mine, I'm going to glue this one flat. I have put single layer of foam tape on this one and a double layer of foam tape on this one. So they're going to get layered up so that those scallops line up, and then we'll add this one to the top. So now you're looking down into the circle as opposed to it being built up. I decided not to go with the happy birthday sentiment because it would lose some of the centre of my card. So instead I've stamped out my happy birthday greeting in Blueprint Sketch. I've heat embossed it in clear powder and I'm going to lay it across the top of my card. Now because this is a double layer of foam tape, I'm going to need a double layer of foam tape in there and then single layers on each side just to make that banner lie flat. Now I want some flowers on my cards, but I don't have any in these particular colours. So I'm going to take these with the tinged edges and I'm going to use my brushes and colour them to suit my design. Finished card with flowers to match. The inside is lined and there's a verse in there. Glittered the flowers up and that's a really pretty card. And the items that I've used are from the Card Making Magic Complete Card and Box die sets. So I've used the 6x6, the Trellis. I didn't use the Happy Birthday, I used a stamp instead. But I've used the nesting circles and the birthday sentiment for the inside of the card. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.